Burglars are winning here in Colorado. At least that's what you might think by looking at solve rates for burglaries in our state. If your house gets hit, our investigative team has discovered there's very little chance police will find the bad guys. Investigator Jace Larson shows us how often crimes are solved in your neighborhood.
This is where I have my fun and my hobbies.
He is the mechanic turned motorcycle enthusiast.
Had to go out for some parts for my bike.
Who had the encounter a couple of years ago that none of us wants.
Something was out of place. My wheelbarrow was in the hallway here, and it was loaded with my guns. And I yelled upstairs, and the guy said, I'll shoot, don't come up. He came out of that window up there.
Even with this video, though, broadcast all over the news, no one's been arrested.
How much does it bother you that police haven't captured the guy who broke into your house?
A lot. I realize that they're busy, but it's my house. I want him caught.
Dave's burglary is one of thousands in Colorado still unsolved. We poured over crime numbers and found across the country, police solve about 62% of homicides. They solve more than half of the aggravated assaults and 38% of rapes. But when it comes to burglaries, the percentage of crimes solved nationwide, just 1 in 7. And in some Colorado cities, it's much less.
It's difficult to solve a burglary in any city.
Commander Trent Cooper leads Littleton's Investigations Division, a city where the 2015 clearance rate puts it near the bottom of the list. Just 1.5% were solved in 2015. Numbers for 2016, which are unofficial, show a 5% solve rate.
From your standpoint, what do these numbers say about how well the department is solving crimes?
Well, I think overall we're doing well. You could say that there's always room for improvement. You know, these numbers reflect the difficulty of a burglary in particular. I mean, burglary as a crime is got a very low solvability rate.
Having video is a help for police. When it's not there, detectives often have little to start an investigation. That means some burglaries never get assigned a detective.
If my home is broken into, nobody saw the burglars get in or out, and there's no obvious fingerprints or DNA that was left behind, a detective's probably not even going to work that case.
That is correct.
It would be a waste of time, he says. In Denver, police solved about 15% of burglaries in 2015. Aurora, 8%. The ritzy suburb of Cherry Hills Village, 1 in 10 burglaries. Centennial, 6%. It does get better in some places up north. 15% in Fort Collins, 12% in Weld County, 20% in Larimer. The department in the metro area with the highest is Golden, with a burglary solve rate of 22%.
Sometimes it's good luck, sometimes it's good investigative leads.
Captain Joe Harvey is hesitant to pat himself on the back because he says numbers can change quickly. His department also doesn't assign a detective to every case.
Well, I think generally society wants law enforcement to be able to solve all crime, and unfortunately that's just not a reality.
He came in the middle of the night, and he spent 3 hours just taking tools out of the truck.
Chuck Frederick's Castle Rock $15,000 truck burglary is also unsolved.
She was.
His wife and kids were inside the whole time. Only about 13% of car break-ins get solved nationwide. Police agree the more cameras you have, the better chance that you'll get a detective assigned to your case. But as these videos show, they are no guarantee that the bad guys will get caught.
You know, the police can only do so much. They have a lot to deal with.
Oftentimes, cameras don't just capture the bad guy's face, they also capture where the bad guy touches, and then police know they can fingerprint that exact area. Back to you.
Wow, thank you, Jace. Also, write down your serial numbers. When your stuff is stolen, police can put your serial numbers in a nationwide computer database and match them against serial numbers from pawn shop items entered in that same database.